So you recently mentioned that PSG are your favourites to win the Champions League. So they're due to play Aston Villa next. So what do Villa need to do to beat PSG? What do you think?
Oh, they have to play to their maximum 100%. PSG are an aggressive, dynamic, quick team, young team, hungry team they look. And I think Villa have to be able to cope with the way that they're pressed. And I think that's been an Achilles heel for Villa this season. When they've been pressed high up the pitch, when their defenders are playing out, they've been caught and they've been punished a few times. And if that creeps back in again, I think they'll lose the tie by a considerable margin. So if they can work that bit out, maybe play over the press and around the press, and then make the PSG players have to defend because they go one man for man across the pitch. If they do that against Villa, if Villa get out, they've got players like Watkins, Rashford, Morgan Rogers, Bailey if he plays, to really hurt Paris Saint-Germain. But I think it's the getting out and beyond, past that press that PSG put on, I think is going to be the critical factor in this tie.
Interesting. You mentioned Rashford moving to Villa. I mean, it seems to be going really well. But it wasn't at United. And, you know, he moves to Villa. What is it? Is it an environmental shift? What's gone on there?
Yeah, I think sometimes it's like we can never put our finger on and go, right, this is it, or that's the reason why. And I just think you needed to have a change of environment. Like you said, you're right. You just needed, some players just need to be out of the environment they're in. They've maybe been there too long. Both parties, they're having different views on the way things are going and the way he might be playing and the tactics and so many different moving parts that just a fresh start for him was probably the magic sauce that he needed. And he's gone there. I don't think it's been like a crazy rise to newfound form. He's gradually seems to getting himself, he's getting his assists. He's got his first goals last week.
Yeah, it's confidence building, isn't it, essentially?
Yeah, and I think that he needed to be rebuilt in that sense. I think he'd lost a lot of confidence. I think that it's a good yardstick for a lot of young players as well, to see someone who's like top of the tree, an icon outside of the game and producing inside of it, or signs a new contract on the back of great form, and all of a sudden goes bang. And it's just down to form and confidence. And no matter what player you are, if confidence goes down, performance can go down. So no one's immune from it. It's then how you react. How do you react and rebuild yourself? And now he's had to go somewhere else, unfortunately, for Man United fans, and for him, I'm sure. But he seems to be enjoying his football.
Do you think he'll potentially go back to Man United after his spell at Villa?
No, I think it's done. I think his Man United career, I think I'll be very surprised if there's anything more that comes out of it, he ever plays for Man United again.
Right, we've got Arsenal, Real Madrid coming up, a huge tie. If you had to put yourself in Mikel Arteta's shoes, what would you be doing to beat Real Madrid?
Hoping. I'll be hoping. No, it's a winnable tie. I think cup football means that it's winnable. I think if it's a one-game knockout game, I'd give Arsenal more of a chance. The fact it's over 2 legs, and I think, where's the first game being played?
So it will be Arsenal are at home for their first game.
That's not good. So Arsenal have to stay in that game. If they can stay in the game and be in touch going to the Bernabeu, they have a chance still. But if the game's like, if there's a 2-goal lead and they're going to the Bernabeu, game over. But well, I'll be surprised if Arsenal get through this tie.
Now, you won the Champions League in 2008. Where does that rank as, your best football memory?
I think it's alongside the first time I won the Premier League. Because I said to you before, it was like climbing Mount Everest to get to a chance of winning. And then I win the Premier League for the first time, and it's like, this is what it feels like, this is what it means, this is what all them years from playing local football on a Sunday to then travelling all over Europe, trying to make it, and all the training sessions, and it gets to that moment, you go, this is what it's about, this is what is worthwhile, all the hard yards, late nights, early wake-ups. And then the Champions League was very much the same. It's like when you get to that, because I got close, I got to semi-finals with Leeds, lost, got to quarters, etc., knockout phases and knocked out, and you just start thinking, is it going to be too much for me, this? Am I ever going to get there? And then obviously you got to get there and win it. It was just, wow, phenomenal.
Yeah, and I'm sure you partied hard that night.
Yeah, the
Do you remember much?
They're the drunkest I've ever been in my life. I've never ever drunk that much in my life. Seriously, I was in a bad way.
Really? Because we interviewed Wes Brown last season and he said pretty much the same thing. He said nothing compares to that night. He was just the party of all parties all night.
I just about made the flight
was it in
home.
Russia, Rio? Was it in Russia?
Yeah, so that's what I mean. So we finished the game, I think it was about 1:30 in the morning. We had extra time and penalties. So it's so late, then you get to the party, no food really, you just drink straight away, dehydrated. It's the worst recipe for a hangover. And I woke up in the morning in like a state.
So Wes Brown also said that you have a WhatsApp group with previous players. Do you still talk about that night in that group? Do you talk about those celebrations often?
No, we don't really talk about... We talk about people more than anything in that, like who's playing rubbish, who's playing well, Man United problems, and then issues are... But mainly about each other. Like if you was in... There's probably about 5,000 pictures in there of people sending pictures of lookalikes of each other or pictures that we had years ago of each other. People have got on their cloud that they found of someone sleeping on the coach or the train. Always, it's just taking the mick out of each other, really. It's a group for just really, really treading on people's confidence.
I mean, so do you have like an ex-United player WhatsApp group or like an England one? How does it work? Like, what's your favourite one?
No, it's a United WhatsApp group. I've got two, actually. A United WhatsApp group and a Leeds WhatsApp group. So the Leeds team I played in that got to that Champions League semi-final, we've got a group with about 20 players. And the manager, David O'Leary's in there. This one, so Alex hasn't made this one. I don't think he's got WhatsApp, that's why. But all of us, there's loads of us in there.
Wow.
Now, you had an amazing career and obviously played against so many amazing players. Who was the most challenging player that you played against, would you say?
I think the obvious ones are like Messi, R9, Ronaldo, Raul at Real Madrid as well. They're all obvious. But one of the players who was the hardest for me to play against was a guy called Kevin Davis, who played for Bolton. Not many people remember him, but he was a physical, strong, didn't even hardly want the ball sometimes, wanted to fight me. Grab me, I'd scratch your face, your neck. But at the end of the game, you shake hands, good game, man. But tough game, always tough. And he made you have different battles in the game to what you normally had.
Thank you ever so much for joining us today, Rio.
Thank you, guys.
It's lovely
I've been
to talk
waiting
to you.
ages. I thought you were trying to like not interview me, guys. Been all this time.
No, we've been waiting as well.
We've waited. We'll have to blame the producer. Just blame the producer.